And tidy edited down video, but I have ways for you to make it faster. You can click that little gear on the YouTube settings right there on the video and adjust the playback speed, make me sound like a chipmunk, and it'll go a lot faster. You can also look and see if there's timestamps for this project in the description, and if you're on a desktop you can hover over the time bar at the bottom of the screen and see if it's chunked up into chapters, and then that way you can go directly to the step you're looking for. And lastly, you can also tap on the screen on the right hand side of the video picture or on the left hand side to make the video jump ahead, forward or backward if you're on a mobile device. And you can adjust that amount in your settings so you can have complete control over how much it jumps. So if you are on a desktop, you can use the fast forward or the rewind, and that will make it go faster as well. You can also enable subtitles, and the little CC on the screen will enable closed captioning. That way, if I am a little bit harder to understand with that double playback speed, the subtitles might help you out. All right, well, I know that it's not a nice little edited video, but if you sew with me, we'll get there together and it'll be lots of fun. And now for the live stream. Happy sewing! Hello, happy Saturday. How are you? Are you guys ready for the weekend? Hi Rachel, hi Dar, nice to see you. Hi Nancy, Nello. Hi Terry, hi Christina, hi Monica, hey Barbara, hi Aisha, hi Sued, welcome. How are you? So it's so funny, I think because I drafted and sewed the shirt this week and we ended on Thursday, I think finishing the garment triggered me thinking my live streams were done for the week. And for some reason, all yesterday up until like 6:15 at night, right before I left, I was thinking I had a workshop tomorrow morning, which is something we do in the guild every other week. And I was preparing for that. Thankfully, I had prepared this whole thing last Saturday. Otherwise, I would have been like, oh, what a surprise. So anyway, I'm glad. Hopefully everything's still intact. I need to press my fabric. That's about it. So, hi, Margaret. Hi, Delwyn. I know, right, Barbara? I was like, wait, I live stream tomorrow. My table was covered with other stuff. I was going to do all this other stuff tomorrow. I have to record one more video for Sew Expo, and I might do a bonus video. And I was getting everything ready. Like I was getting so much stuff ready. I was like, all right, we'll do the workshop. I'm gonna do these videos. You have to do this, Saremy. You have to get it done by Saturday by the time you go home. I was like, but wait. Hi, Hillary. All right, so I used to have a business making bags and accessories, and this was a product that came kind of late, so there's not very many of them made. And so a lot of people don't know about it. It's called the Quickie. This is just an elastic strap that holds it, and it's super secure, like nothing flies out. We tested these. Did I say hi to you, Monica? I like actually taking this off by holding the flap down too. You can go like this, but it's just a tri-fold little case, and it was a way to have just the things you needed when you're out and about doing your craft, right? Basically knitting, crochet, things like that. Because, you know, you don't really need to bring your entire set of needles, even though sometimes we do. You just need like maybe a few, maybe a size up and down, or maybe you need a longer length, you know, you're about to split for sleeves or something like that. So I just made this Quickie case, like quick, kind of like quick reference, right? So it had a, it had 4 DPN pockets, which are kind of hard to see, but these are 4 individual and 2 rows. So there's 8 pockets here. This little zipper pouch, which right now I have this partially set up to hold my hand sewing stuff, because I've been trying to make this pattern for sale for a few years, but then I just stop. And so I've made this sample just to see, like, where's this pattern at? Like, what do I need to change to make this more versatile for people? Like, what kinds of pocket configurations could I do? so it's more useful to people. So this is my my thread wax. I just put the whole chunk in there, but I usually will put my scissors in here, and maybe something small or loose or whatever. This would have been for circular needle pockets, and there's one clear pocket here. Today, I'm going to make this so that it holds, well, I have my tools over there, holds my awl, my seam ripper, my big scissors, my little scissors, and then probably a couple other things. Oh, my Hero marker, things like that. So that's my plan. And I'm going to change this pocket configuration to be a 3 pocket instead of 4, so they're bigger. Because I used really small DPNs, so my pockets were pretty narrow on this one. And then I'm going to make a lower pocket here, so when I put my scissors into this lower pocket with the point being protected and an elastic strap across, it'll be clear. So everything else is going to be about the same. This is definitely going to be the same, and then I'll keep these. I don't know what I'll use these for. I wonder if maybe it would be better to do. Well, let me just get my tools, but because I think I have enough pockets just by doing that. So I want this, 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 this. Maybe I could bring a box of pins. Maybe this. Let's just get a bunch of stuff. Here's a box of pins. We'll bring you. What else would you need? I'm not doing any garment sewing there, so I feel like I don't need things like a tape measure. All right, so I'm not sure what I would put of these things here. I would probably put these in here in a pinch. Maybe this would be better as like a, maybe I shouldn't take the time to design this today. Maybe I should just do what I need. And then right here, there's gonna be like a lower pocket, like right here with an elastic strap. And I will put like my big scissors here, elastic. And then, you know, these guys can be also in this point protector thing like that, right? And then maybe this can be in a pocket behind. You know, like this is what I'm thinking. But maybe what I need is one here and one here. Maybe I just need 2 sets of that. Or here's my tool tip pocket actually. It's like this. Like that. Maybe what I'll do is put the big boys here and these littler guys up here. You know, I don't know. Anyway, things to think about. These are really what's throwing everything off, this right there. Because they're kind of heavy. Because I can put all this, you know, in the little pocket. These pockets are just too small for those markers. What I'm thinking about right now, I'll just vocalize it, is that right now I like these pockets to be right side up, so that when you open this case, right, this is right side up to you. So if I did this same configuration here, I feel like it's probably really secure. Let's see, this is right here. See, the cinching would be up here, not down here. So maybe this one would have to be upside down, you know, so the points are on like here and here. You know what I mean? They won't, like, I could just throw stuff in there. I could even just divide that pocket and just throw stuff in there and they would be very secure. Because when it's upside down and cinched like this, there's really not much space for things to go like that, you know, because it's cinched. They are stitched down. Oh, you mean like this right here? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I'm wondering, I really think I only need the point protectors for these 3 here. And these honestly can go in here, like this, because this works for my tools, right? Like this. Then I have the big scissors in the middle, maybe you, I don't need this for the show, but let's say I wanted it. And then maybe I'll just make this a tooltip pocket over here. And there's gonna be elastic, right? And then over here is another one for some pins. And it would be, maybe I'll just do like, yeah, just like a divider. Yeah, okay, that's my plan. I'm gonna do one of these pockets over here and then this tooltip one over here. Okay, let's draw a picture so we don't forget what I'm thinking about here, right? So here, I'll do it in Sharpie. So let's see, we have, right? We'll not draw this one here. So this one up here is gonna have the tooltip, and I think I'm gonna divide it in 3. And then this is the foldy flap. And then we'll put a piece of elastic across that also stitches here. And then this is for points, right? And then down here, we'll do the standard elasticized pocket. Right here. All right. Let's do it. Yeah, and then this will be for here, and those will be in here. These could even be down here if we wanted. These boys will be up here. I'm not bringing any other, like if I were to make this for pattern drafting, I do have other tools like this, but I wouldn't carry these anywhere. It's an experiment. We don't have to overthink this. Let's do it. All right. So let's put our tools back. Rotary cutter. I'm not bringing a rotary mat, so I don't think I'd bring a rotary cutter. That's why I'm bringing my bigger scissors and my little scissors, just in case, but everything I'm bringing is already cut out. So yeah, let's put these over here so I don't need them for when well, I will need them, because I will need them when we go to sew. All right. And let's iron this fabric. So this means this right here and this right here. We don't need that. We need this, and we also don't need this. Let's take out these pieces here. Zip pocket, zip pocket. Okay. We're ready. Is Terry here? I cut into my green denim, Terry, just a little bit. So, oh, awesome, Delwyn. Yeah, I'm going to make this into a pattern. I have a pattern coming out next month, which is kind of cool, the double, and I'll probably have lots of kits to sell with it. And then I'll do this one. My only worry right now is that I really wanted to get back on track in March. I want to go finish up the next chapter of Fittopedia and then continue on Fittopedia. And then we're going to do the wrap dress sew along in the guild, so I wanted to do that as well for maybe the live streams. But the thing is, it's coming up that I may have to move. And that's really, I'm realizing I need to be really honest about what that's going to do to my time, which is kind of unfortunate because I don't want any more of these setbacks for the things that I do on Sew. Sew Expo is awesome, it's great, but it's not my channel and it's not my other stuff, right? So I really need that stuff to keep going forward too. So we'll see how I can balance it. I don't think you guys set the the wrap sew along yet, so maybe that's an April or May thing if that's not too late. I know some of you don't want to wait that long though. Oh, and I was gonna do my top stitching, do a top stitching on this one too. I'm gonna do my pattern scissors. That's what this right here. So these are my pattern drafting scissors. They're really unique to pattern drafting and I love them. I've had these since 1989. So I was going to use those as my, can I do this as a continuous line drawing? Maybe. Maybe. Let's draw this now. Let's just look at this really quick. Like this. No. Maybe I would do this line right here. How are you guys? I'm gonna fancy stitch. You know it, because I'm gonna do this solid green on the outside. We are all green all the time on this channel, if you haven't noticed. Because green is life. So if we did this as a continuous line drawing, we could go near, 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 near. I think it's mostly possible. I think it's going to be possible. All right. And then I think I'll just do it on the front. What I'm going to do is do it split. I'm going to put it on the, I could do it right here, but I want to look at it. So I'm going to do it like this, half up here and the whole thing under here. That's kind of my plan right now. It's barely going to fit there. So we're going to do like half up here and the whole thing under there. So we sort of need two. Maybe we just really need to do the this is just vellum, by the way. I have a lot of it from this class I took. Oops. We need these to line up. That'll work. Okay. Oh no, Christina. That is definitely not one of my favorite things that happens. Like I actually am one of those people though that gets the zen of untangling things. But I stopped like having my yarn wound at the store in my town. I love them, but they, oh my God, they just never really worked out. Okay, let's iron these fabrics here. Let's bring you with me. Oh, you forgot your pockets. That would have been kind of funny, but not funny at all. Oh, I found this at the thrift shop the other day. So now, like, say especially when I'm ironing something kind of detailed, you know, I'm like, I just want to like set it down really quick, do something, and then keep going. So I won't get that whole hang up thing as bad. I love it. $14 of sanity. It had a really cute iron on top of it too, you know, and I use those as weights, but I have enough. Like I really can't have any more on my table. Sometimes people give them to me and I feel really bad Ooh, okay, we gotta put it there. I feel really bad because they're not cheap. The iron, you know, it's like $22 often. They're not cheap. It's a nice gift. If someone gives you one, it's a nice gift. This has been folded for so long in my stash, we may need to spray it too. Oh yeah, see that's it. I liked center pole balls as well, Christina. I ended up making this product that it was a little sleeve that went over your ball of yarn. And we would make them occasionally for like limited edition things. I saw a company though do a whole, like their whole product was that. It was kind of funny because she reached out to me once and she was like, hey, I have this new product and we're using your fabric, the knit print, in our product, and we were wondering if we could send you some or do a collaboration. And I was like, okay, that's interesting, because when I had made this little yarn ball holder to hold the yarn together while you pulled the center, I used my knit print fabric because it's funny, and we would just do it in like limited edition kits and stuff. And occasionally people would wear us down. We'd like make them and sell them, but they just weren't something. They were just way too fussy to be a product that people wanted to pay for. So when she created a whole product line, knew who I was, used my fabric, and then offered to do a collaboration, I was like, huh, interesting. Man, when you iron spoon flour, it's like ironing, what's it feel like? It's like ironing fly paper. You're like, okay, we're not going to leave it on there. It's just a little thing I do, you know? You're making an open out box. It's been kind of a challenge for me. That does sound kind of challenging. I knitted a ball bra for my lace weight. Yeah, exactly. It's just a tube. Yeah, it's just a tube, exactly. It was just a tube. It wasn't anything. I didn't reinvent the wheel or anything when we did that. Okay. So this is my plan. Of course, everything's green and white. We're going to do, this is the lining of the case. I'll show you. This is kind of what stopped me from making this pattern because there's a lot of little pieces. So let's see, this is our outer and all these pieces. When I plan a project like this with this many fabrics, this is a product we manufactured, by the way. And it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 unique pattern pieces for something that I could barely sell for, $48. So yeah. So we're going to do that for the lining. So it's going to be the background in the case. And then I was thinking of I was going to use these two prints to alternate these pockets here. I like to alternate so I can see the difference between each pocket, But maybe what I'll do, I only need one of these now. So maybe I'll do this green one, and we'll do that down here. Yeah, and then this one up here is only going to be the tooltip thing. Okay. We need a lot less than I thought. Okay, this is also directional. This is the lower case. Top, line up, row. Those are the pocket notches. All right, doesn't matter. Okay. Hi, Missy, how's it going? The one I did was like those market, yeah, like a mesh bag, yeah. Lace is so wily that way. Totally get it. The other thing I want to make today, which I hadn't mentioned, was a lanyard to wear my name badge. I'm extra this way. Do you not know me? I'm gonna just cut this off the fabric in a kind of a weird way. We'll get it set aside. This, we'll do this one. This is a fabric I designed that didn't really print very well. I think I like it this way. Yeah, right, Christina? I feel like it's just something that isn't that comfortable unless you make your own, you know? Only for tool tip. Okay, I don't know what that means. That's something I just wrote though. I'll cut this out. Did you guys see Sydney's fabric? She ordered some of my scissor print with the little squiggly lines, and she's making a t-shirt out of it. I think that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be such a busy print. All right, this goes here. We'll start arranging our things too. We're done with these two. I don't need any of these. So we'll just put them back on the hook, which I have lost. All right. Let's cut our vinyl. Oh, it's melt. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Missy. Sorry, I saw you say hi earlier and I forgot to say hi. Yeah, I'm just making a little tool pouch for this show I'm going to. None of these edges are exposed, right? No, so we can use the marker on this. I get these out of the way so I don't accidentally cut one of them. Yeah. Okay, we have our pocket. Let's cut our green. So we need, why did I do two of these? I only need one. Man. We're out here using our green denim like it grows on trees. This is absolutely, I should not be using my knife against this, but here we are. Once you do all the planning for these kinds of projects, like you pick out all your fabrics, you know exactly what's gonna be what. The cutting goes pretty quick because they're tiny little pieces, right? All right, so this is the elastic, right? This is the top. Oh, I need one of these in stiffener. that is, let's see, I think that this is sitting here like this right now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so we'll just mark on here so we see this for our scissor stitching we're doing. This is where the label goes. This is where the elastic goes. That works. Rather than using this to cut, I only have a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and I don't want to go too far, you know. Oh, I need this for stiffener. We need this. We just need one of these. We need 2 of this one. That's what it is. This is the little hinge at the base of the vinyl pocket. Okay. The greens are, they're all right together. There's like one that, like this one's not quite the same. I'm thinking I'm gonna do the green polka dot for the binding. I did go through my whole office this morning picking fabrics for us to all look at, but I honestly think the green polka dot, I don't really want a white edge, because you know it'll just get dirty with use. So, oh, I don't have my rabbit punch. I just made this pattern piece, so it's not punched like all my others are. But my rabbit is sick right now. So sad. All right, this is some extra fabric. Put that there. We just need stiffener and to cut all of our findings. Hi, Kara, how's it going? So this is the binding I'm thinking of. So we need to cut our binding too. Here's this. We have a zipper. So this will be our pocket right here. I wonder why I didn't round the edges. It's interesting. I should make a note to do that and then taper them down here too. Interesting. Okay, we got that. And then we need our stiffener. I was so glad I had this scrap under my table. It's like the perfect size. We like that. Is this a, no, it's not. I thought that was like the selvage edge, and I was like, oh, cool. I'll just use that. Of course it isn't. We'll use this one here. So I had a lanyard. I used to be a really big Harry Potter fan. And enamel pin collecting was really big then, and I'd get them as gifts from people. I was kind of known for this at shows. Like complete strangers would be like, "Oh, I know you're a fan. I brought you something." I had a huge collection because of other people. I only bought a few things. I would usually only buy fan-made things, and a couple. But I did go to Harry Potter World, and so okay, that's all the pieces, right? Yeah. So I got a lanyard once, and I put a bunch of my pins on it too. I had some really cool ones. I had these are just a few. I had the Felix Felicis potion, which was really neat. I have, like, some of these were really hard to get because I like supported like just campaigns because there's some really great charitable organizations. Does anyone know what this is right here? So people will be like, what the heck is that? I got a sorting hat. So this was my lanyard. So I'm going to copy this, kind of the style of this. It's really comfortable, but I'm going to make it a lot shorter. So I think it'll be down here. I'm going to make it like, sorry, up here. Like this. I think that's better. I have buns in my hair. And I thought, I just like found this on my shelf just now because I had pulled it for making my case. Maybe I'll do it in this print and it'll look like a tape measure going around my neck. I didn't even plan that and I'm like so excited by this idea. So let's just measure this here. Let's pretend we'll do 34 inches plus some seam allowance. So we'll make this 35 inches long. I'm gonna have to piece it together, unfortunately. And I think we should try and match it, right? So it's continuous. Is that gonna be a pain in the butt? Probably. Let's see. We want this to be, it's like 1 3/8 wide. I don't want to go any wider because it works and it's comfortable. Hi Eliza, how's it going? All right, so if I put this, I'm trying to look at what I have over there to use as matching. We will, what did I say, 1 3/8? So that's 2 3/4 plus a seam allowance. So like 3 1/4. Hi Karen, how's it going? 3 1/4 inches. What does 3 1/4 look like? Wait, 1 3/8. What does 1 3/8 look like? That's almost like 1 3/8. That's like 2 strips. All right, so then we will do 1 3/8, 2 3/4, 3 1/4. We're gonna do 3 1/4, and we're gonna put like this on the fold. I'm confusing myself though. Let's do it this way. 3 1/4. And if we want one of these to be like centered along the length of it, we'll do this. 1. So here is my fold line right here. Cut, and then like that. Okay, so that has to be how I cut this if I want it to be centered on the measuring tape, sorry. I'm trying to be fast, accurate, and talk. All right, so if we were to try and match this, it's about right here, right, like that. Okay, so let's cut that. Just going along the edges of the 1/8 inches. All right. Now let's check. We wanted 35. Oh no, this isn't the right one. Oh, that's not the right one. That's funny. The repeat's different than that. Okay, let's figure this out again. So let's see, we have 16. That's not it. 16. Oh, this is tricky. That is interesting. Maybe nobody will notice with the seam at the back of my neck. Right? Let's see. 24. I think we can get away with that. Right? Hi, Sue. How's it going? I already cut out my project. I'm just cutting out this lanyard that I want. 35 inches, which is 17 and a half, plus we need a seam. So this works. We'll just do this at like here. Okay. That wasn't very straight, but we sew straighter than that, don't we? Don't say anything. This will be our seam down here. We'll just clip it. And I'm going to fold, fold, fold. I already made this differently than I wanted. I wonder if I go like this, what'll happen? What will I get? Oh, that works. Okay, we have some options. All right, so we have this. Here's the trick. Can you place a connector or That's awesome, Tiffany. So, Eliza, I know, right? I was thinking like I would just pull this over the head. I'll be able to do that when all these pins aren't here because they won't be here. It's this whole thing right here is a little too much, right? So there is by the way, there's a hole in clover clips. So I've just been using that. Just put it on there, right? And then these things are firm, right? So, but I was thinking like, what if I have the swivel hook? These are the hooks I have. I want to go light. I don't like things pulling on my neck like most people, right? So these are the kind of interesting things I have. This one is like a clamp, so it would permanently clamp something. I don't know what they're going to give me, but I'm assuming it's going to be like a clear badge holder with a piece of paper, right? So I also have a black, which is lightweight plastic, right? I have this. I don't think this is great, but we'll put it here. I have these, old school. And there is a hole right here, so I could maybe attach it somehow, right? So that could hang down. It's so old. I have this one here, which I could put a little ribbon through, right? And I have this like a swivel hook like it's on here. I actually have this is smaller and lighter. It's almost identical to this. It could even be this one. I may have added this. I could part this out. I have bigger ones, but they're just super heavy. You know, like this would be perfect if it were tiny, right? With a wide, right? All right, so here's the other thing I have. I really wish this right here I could clip to this. That would be so ideal because I could put the ribbon through that, right? Narrow it down, you know? Oh, the breakaway. I see I just said hardware off in a band. Oh, right, exactly. Cut off an old giveaway tote bag. Could you cut off an old? Cut what off of? I mean, some of those I have cut off of old bags. I have the, I could take everything off of here, right? I was just trying to get away from using a D-ring because it just adds more weight. That's what I was thinking. But this works. I think the problem with this is that this will flip over, you know, and then you're looking at, you know, this little guy. Can I connect these black? Well, yeah, but I can't. I need something to connect to here. So this is like my conundrum. Do I just do this? Maybe I could steal this and connect these two together. Or could I just go directly from this to this? Directly from that to that? A jump, yeah, this is a jump ring right here. That's what I was thinking. Maybe I could steal this little jump ring connecting those two. Yeah. or this one. This one feels a little easier to use. I feel like I could get this to this width easier than getting it to this width, you know? Black plastic clip up like this. Yeah, it's just really huge. Is this what you mean? And it slides like this. It's really hard to slide, actually. And I don't know what I would cook this to. I don't really think this is the right thing. And this right here is just an open-ended hook. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Kara. Just maybe scale. I could scale it down to this thing easier than scaling it down to this. And this is light. I can handle that. It's lighter than this, you know? So maybe we steal this jump ring here. Oh my, they put this on the other way. There we go. Okay. Let's take this one off here. Take back my clip. We could just use this one. I didn't even need to take it off this. Oh, well, I wanted it to be lighter. Never mind. We'll just save it. Okay. So now we have... Let's make sure this actually will go on here. Oh, it's really wide. But, oh, let's see. This is like hardware. When you work for a big company that needs this, this is a full-time job dealing with hardware. Like one person. In really big companies, it's just so much work to keep up and make sure everything's going to work together. Like that. I don't know the difference between a split ring or a jump ring. Sorry. Like that. It's like a key ring. Will that work? Right? And then I can narrow down my lanyard to that. That seems light and easy. Let's try it. It's for a week. All right, this is my plan. Saremy. Don't be willy-nilly, Saremy. Okay, let's put this back. And as far as what you guys were saying about the back, I could do snaps, but I'm fine with putting it on and off over my head. All right, so here we go. We don't need this. We have these two. I think this will be soft enough too. Yeah, okay. It's not one of those canvases, that's linen cotton, which would be way too scratchy. All right, we have this. We just need our elastics, which we'll just cut this on the fly. But now I need some binding. What do you guys think for this elastic right here? Do you think gray? You won't see the inside from the outside. Let me get rid of some of these distractions. So we have gray, and then we also have a never-ending supply of black. I was just thinking white, Christina, just so it shows up. And because this is like a white background, normally I'd probably do like cream, but I have white in my machine. So I think white, that'll show up. The gray. I like both. So I like the gray a lot though. I think it makes it look a little different. because everything I do is black. So let's still go with gray. As soon as I say that, 10 people will type in chat black because it's like 2 minutes behind. It's not 2 minutes behind, but it feels like it sometimes, doesn't it? Okay, let's get rid of this bent pin and find a new one to bend. All right, so we're gonna use this, and we need 8 inches. God, it took me forever to find that. Let's just cut a piece off. I'm gonna pre-stretch it. Okay. Barbara. Knew it. Okay, here we go. We'll cut these on the fly. We only actually need... Oh, but you know what? Maybe I'll use the wide stuff. It's a good experiment, right? We can experiment on my case. Maybe I'll use the wide stuff to hold my case down. Do we still like the gray on the inside? I could do black on the inside, gray on the outside. I think I'll do something stouter than this. I think that would feel a lot better. I like that idea a lot. No white. I don't have any white. So let's just cut a piece of this off. These little things are like the end of me sometimes. I lose one on the table and I'm like, where is it? Where is it? If I can't find it, I don't do anything until I can find it because I don't want a rotary knife right over it. Huh. It fits under my thumbnail too. All gray, match in and out. Okay, okay. I think you guys probably are right here. Okay, let's hammer this guy back in. We'll put it like this. We can save this for something else. Ugh. Okay, let's get a piece of gray. Yeah, you're right. I get it. Oh, I just bent it. Okay. And then this will be inside this pocket over here. We only need one, so we might as well just cut it now. And then we can just leave this over here out of the way. All right, so we're ready to sew. Pretty sure we're ready to sew. Let's try. Do I want to interface this? No, I think we're fine. Oh, we need binding. This one goes to this, and this one goes to this. This goes to the inside as well. This is the outer case. It's the inner case. We have our stiffener. We have our sketches. We have our vinyl. We have our... Oh, should I do a black zipper or cream? I picked cream. Maybe I have something more interesting that I may never get to. Let's see. Where's Julie? This is kind of a bluish green. I do have this more dark olive. Let's see. I have a white brass zipper. White brass. It's a pant zipper, so it's locking, so it's kind of stiff. What is this? Oh, this could work right here. I'd have to shorten it. I'd waste a lot of zipper. But I bet this has been kicking around for a while. It's not separating. I know, a green zip would be cool, wouldn't it? I don't have one, though. Not in that green. I have this blue-green, which looks very blue-green next to everything. Could it work? Let's look at it. You never know, right? I mean, maybe it could. But this is the binding I'm using. So I really don't, This is really yellow compared to that. I could do this olive, but brass. just a white zipper. Cream, thank you, Dee. Let's just do cream. Cream works. You won't even notice it. I've already cut it. It's fine. Where'd it go? Did I just throw it in here? There it is. Okay, we got it. All right, yeah. We're just gonna stick with cream. Yeah, perfect, you guys. Okay, so let's just cut a little bias. I have this piece of green. So the ones I was looking at were these. I had for the case. You can try and change my mind. So for the outer case, I have like a whole way to interview binding, but we'll do I think it's like right here. Isn't it? Is this it? Yeah, so this is usually what I use to interview binding. I make a little window and I go like this. Do I like this on the bias? You know? Because you never know what the fabric's going to do. Like, oh, I didn't know these dots were going to line up on here if I get them a little bit off, right? So I'll use this. I have some that are already on the bias, right? I have this white on white print, right? I have this more subtle floral. So, you know, that would work as a narrow little strip. And I have this Carolyn Friedlander architecture print. I'm all about these little, this is like has a blue grid on the background and then the green coming forward. So it would look like that, right? And so the other way I will interview them is go like, I do like narrow pieces. It's good to see it when it's the size it'll be, you know what I mean? These are little bows. I love these little bows. I'm almost out. I'm sad. Bows. This crazy print I regretted getting. And then we made it into bias because it does work as a bias, right? It's just a little kind of crazy for me. You should have seen the bolts though. They made us dizzy before it was cut up. We only got one of each. We got a blue, a red, and this green. The white on white. All right, so that would, I feel like it would make it look a little old-fashioned for some reason. And then there's this floral. You always have to fold it on the diagonal like this so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. It's kind of best of both worlds. White background, but still with some green on it, right? And then the dots. Let's see what the dots look like. And the dots. And remember, this binding will be on the inside too, on these pieces, because it'll be on the vinyl going around, you know? Aw, you guys just know how much I like her fabric, don't you? Yeah, let's do it. I don't know. I guess I probably feel the same way you do, Barbara, about binding, is that I look at it as like the picture frame for the item. So I think contrast is nice to kind of like highlight the item, you know, and I like that kind of picture frame, you know. The dots would do that for me because I like the dots a lot. I don't have much of this. This is how much I like this fabric, as I save everything because I like it. Yeah, it's architecture. It's so good. Her fabrics are just so quirky and I love that they're always small. I love that they're always kind of linear, you know. She just came out with a new one. She's like one of the only fabric designers I sign up for her newsletter. I didn't look at it though. It was called Alphabet or something. So, because I don't sew quilts really. We need 89 inches of binding. So this right here, that's 36. Another 36. And then, why does that look bigger? And then we'll do maybe one more. Hi Donna, how's it going? All right. Thanks for talking me out of it. Okay. Let's fold the fabric. And then let us sew. There's our scrap pile over here. No, I mean our extra pile. Okay, we need water. We need mouse. We need sample. We got everything else right. And we need the keyboard. And now we can motor. I need the mouse. Oh, really? We use the dots because I didn't get them exactly straight with some nuts. Yeah, you know, Dee, when that is the case, I usually don't cut it on the true 45. I'll cut it off kilter so it looks more all over. You don't realize that when people make fabric, sometimes that those all over prints are more linear than you think until you're cutting binding and you're like, oh, I had no idea that this was like this. All right, let's turn you around. Glad you're home safe, Donna. This is kind of zoomed in a little too far over here. Although I don't have the light on, that's nice. Maybe we could do it without the light today. I always feel a little better at the end of the stream when I don't have to have the box light on. Does this drive you nuts that I do this? It drives me nuts when you guys don't tell me. Saremy, did you know that the camera's been like down the middle of your face the whole time? Like, it's not the vanity. It's more that that's got to be annoying to look at for people. All right. These are all my little tools. I've been joking that they're getting an outfit today, just like I got outfits. All right, so let's look at what we got here. Let's piece our binding together while we come up with our strategy. So the first thing we're gonna do is assemble the guts, or we do the outer. Like I like to, you know, do all of one, like assemble the outer, assemble the guts. The fabric, technically, the way I look at it, it's not ready yet. Like the cut pieces aren't ready yet because we haven't stitched the scissors. So that right there should be one thing we do probably first thing. Yeah, that's probably true, Terry. Yeah, I sometimes wonder, like, is a face cam even, like, necessary, you know? Because I watch lots of videos. In fact, my favorite YouTuber right now, they don't even have a face cam, and I never even thought about it until recently. I don't know what made me even think of it. Probably because I'm always thinking about stuff like that, because I do stuff like that, you know? He's really funny, though. He'll be all, shoot dang, when he's in trouble. He cracks me up. He never cusses. Sometimes when people, you can tell they probably are a cusser, and then they're like talking publicly and they're not. The things they come up with to replace those words, I'm probably guilty of this myself, is so funny to me. I was talking about this guy to my friend because I think he watches him too. And he literally just, he said, shoot dang. And I was like, yes, exactly. Who says that's so funny? Yeah, I feel like in some ways, Monica, it helps, the face cam, it helps make it real. I don't know how else to put it, you know? Okay, so all our binding is pieced. I would usually do this off camera so you didn't have to do it with me, but I just, like I said, last night was ready for a workshop. And then I always put it on this little spindle back here. So I have this little spindle. That's a machine rest. So when I tilt my machine head down to put the oil in. But I use it as a binding spindle too, which most people in factories do as well. Like this. Okay. I've been watching some of my videos looking for certain things for the for the show I'm doing. I'm looking, because I'm making videos for one of my classes, but I also am just going to include a ton of reference videos, like here's where I did this in these kinds of projects, so you can see it used in a variety of ways, you know, and they're time stamped so they don't have to like watch the whole live stream, right? And it's weird seeing my hair change a lot and the angles of the cameras, and because I often will sit here and go like this, yoink this camera really far forward, tilt it so it's more at an angle like I'm looking at it as good as I can, like this. But I was watching a video and I was like, honestly, this doesn't bug me at all. Like I kind of liked it, and I was kind of surprised that I liked the direct overhead thing. But what I don't understand is why the video quality looks so terrible in most of my videos. Like it didn't look very crisp, and I wasn't sure if it's because I had filled my whole screen with the video. So I don't know. All right, so this goes here. These two go together with this. And it goes these two, this to this, and then you bind the whole thing. Yeah, that's how that goes. All right, we'll put this aside. This is one assembly. And then we have, just kind of laying it all out. I'm trying to remind myself how to make this. This is an assembly, and it gets the little piece of elastic. This is an assembly, and it gets the big piece of elastic. Okay? And then this is an assembly. So this is how it's looking right now. We've got 4 elements here. We have the blower pocket here, right here. This is going to be this right here, which is basically kind of a version of this up here, but going to be down here on the lower part. We have this whole assembly, which is right here. And then we have the upper, which I'm modifying, so it's going to be like a little tool tip so that my points don't hurt my case, you know. And also so it's secure. And then we have the outer case, which is like this here. So that's, I'm kind of doing this for my own benefit too. And then we have our binding over there, and we have our sketch here. So let's figure this out really quick. Well, I don't know, really quick. Let's see. Do I do it on the stiffener? I think I might do this on the stiffener. That's kind of an interesting idea. This is sort of an experiment, you know. Let's put all these things back over here. That makes it so much easier to think about now. Yeah, I agree. There is one YouTuber, or not YouTuber, he's on Twitch. He never has face cam, and lately he's been doing it, and it's been like years since I've seen this guy, and I was like, I tuned in. He was like, face cam stream. I was like, I tuned in. The stiffener is just in the body of the case. So this whole thing is stiffener. Like it's in between these two layers. See how thick it is? And the stiffener, you can skip things like that in my products, but they are designed to have it because it's there to protect the case and give it that sturdy quality. When things are kind of floppy, that's when things start falling out because the tension of the elastic against the stiffener really helps, and the binding too. All those things kind of help, you know. So I like using it for that reason, but you can also just use like extra layers of canvas or something. I did try one of these without stiffener. Anytime I could get rid of something like that, a whole third layer, we would always try it, you know. Yeah, it's like, oh, did you ask what is stiffener? I'm sorry, Hillary, I didn't misunderstood that. Yeah, it's like Peltex. Isn't this like 70? Pelon 70? Unfusible, like non-fusible, unfusible. Feels like it's the act of removing it. Okay, so we have, this goes here. So we're gonna have the top scissors up to here. Yeah, I think it's Pelon 70. I just have a lot left from chicken boots. Yeah, I think it's just 70. If you guys are saying 70, it is just 70 then. Because I know the number is 70. I just wasn't sure if that was for that. So now that sticks up a little bit. Like, it's more like that. Just trying to get the scissor thing right. So let's do our lower one first. Oh boy. Okay. So that's a little. I'm gonna probably, I wish I made it, I wish I made it a little smaller. Okay, let's clip this a little bit. And oh, there's a couple in that case. I'm like, don't I have a bunch of these around? It's not. Let's do this. And now, oh wait, I wanted to do this. Center line. Yeah, of course, Kira. I mean, what are you making? Find the center. I love how I was just going to put that on there willy-nilly. Let's see. There's that center line right there. Where'd my fold line go? better than a fold line. Okay. This is very much going to illustrate one of the struggles with stiffener. See, when you use it for like a whole piece like this, it would have been better to like put a seam at the fold lines, but it adds more pieces, more seams, more things to keep track of, and more things to cut, right? Oh yeah, Carrie, yeah. That's what I always recommend, is using the Pelon 70 if you do any of my stuff, because it's pretty much the same thing. As long as you have a non-fusible stiffener. I'm just kind of looking at where I had wrote these fold lines and stuff, and where my scissors are at. All right, let's just sew. Oh, do I want... I think I'm going to put an extra strand of thread in here too. Or I could use this instead. Maybe I'll do that so I don't... So this, I've never even opened the white up. Let's do this. It's so warm in my office. Hi, Sydney. I told them about your shirt. That's going to be one crazy t-shirt. I love it. I switched to a 16 needle today too. It's denim, you know? Like, it's denim on stiffener, so I didn't really want to take any chances. Oh. I just remembered something. I need to write myself a reminder. Ugh. Needles, needles, needles. I gotta remember needles, needles, needles. Needles, needles, needles. I'll look at this and say needles, needles, needles. And then at the end, I will look at this and always see that. Like, I have to imprint, you know? Okay, where are we gonna start? Let's start here. Yeah, I think that's a good spot, actually. Trying to go for as much of a continuous line as possible so that it's faster and it looks nicer. Oh, I meant to go up. Dang it, I already made a mistake. I already made a mistake. It would have been perfect to go straight up the center there. There's too many tools here for this. I really messed that up doing that. Okay. There we go. Danny, how's it going? Yeah, it should be, I think this is going to be a fun one. sort of got myself into a pickle though. Maybe we'll come back and do that on a separate thing. So it's not too forced with the, oh here we go. Here we go. I can go at least up here and do this. I feel really mellow today, sorry. I mean, I'm not apologizing, but I know I'm not like super energetic. I have a lot on my mind. Like I have a lot of prep to do still. I had this crazy scare with my daughter yesterday. She's totally fine now, but it was definitely like one of those things where I'm like, oh, things are going to change in a second. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything. And she was fine. And then it's my mom's birthday, so we're having a little party at my house. And I'm going to make Boston cream pie. Have you guys ever made that before? I've had it before. It's cake, but they call it Boston cream pie. So I'm kind of excited about making it, honestly. I hope I can do it justice, you know? All right, let's see. Let's go like that. Sometimes one thing I really love about sewing my products, which is weird to say, but I just mean let me finish. One thing I really love about sewing them now is that I can make them very unique, you know, like, oh, I want one of these finally. I'm going to do this. And that's kind of cool. Like, I would have never done this elaborate stitching on ones we sold, right? So it's kind of fun. It makes it kind of like a totally different product to me. Let's bring down the stitch length and we'll, sorry, it's going to be a little noisy for a second. Just turn me down. Okay. Phew. Almost done. And then let's do this one little handle. I'm just pulling the threads to the back and hand tying. I'm going to do it right away so I don't accidentally catch the threads, right? So you can cause trouble. Yeah, it's her choice. So I feel like her first choice would usually be fresh strawberries, like a white cake, sponge cake or something, and then ice cream or whipped cream, right? Like very simple. And that makes sense because like her birthday's now, and where she grew up in Southern California, strawberries are usually on the for sale on every corner, you know. Let's see, I got everything down here. I just need this over here. So Michael's been looking for them for me because he's the one been going to the store. Well, I did too, but I didn't see him. And he's going into town today, so he's gonna look again. But I messaged my mom and I was like, hey, you know, I feel like this would normally be your #1 choice. I probably shouldn't have done that. I said, but I'm having trouble finding strawberries. Do you have a backup? And then, or are you in the mood for something completely different? And she said, how about Boston cream pie? I have to tell you guys, my first reaction was like, isn't that something we just buy from Marie Callender's? We would never make it. Until I looked at it and I was like, no. I've had this before. Maybe I'm thinking Sara Lee frozen. So anyway, it's basically like a sponge cake, and it has a they call, like one recipe called it a pastry cream filling, but to me it looks like pudding, like a custard or a pudding center. And then on the top of the cake there is like a nice shiny chocolate ganache, like just that drips over the sides. So it's not a very heavily frosted cake. And they call it pie because they used to bake cakes in pie tins. So that's why they call it that. So it's actually a cake, a 2-layer cake with filling. And it looks pretty simple. Like the fact that you have to make a custard is probably the only extra step, but you only have to make like a white cake. I think they split the cake. I would just make 2 cakes, put the custard in there and drip it over. But I bet if you make 1 layer of cake, like a big layer of a cake, and split it, that's probably a better ratio. And what? My printer just made a noise. So anyway, what kind of cake did you make? He said carrot. Oh yeah. Do you have a food processor, Terry? That's the only way I do that. My printer is printing something right now. That's funny. That's the only way I do carrot cake is food processor. My daughter is pumpkin pie, Eliza. That's her love language for her, her like birthday dessert. And me, I'm like an ice cream cake type of gal. That sounds like Michael too, Eliza. My husband would be like. But if he has to pick a cake, one of his favorites is Black Forest, which is kind of over the top. I'm just going to weed out all this paper real quick. You guys are just sewing, right? I'm just here spying on you. One of the things I decided, if I have time to do for my classes, I really want there to be examples of my seam finishes in real life situations, right? Not just like, here's a French seam. Like, who cares about that, right? So, I know, somebody hacked my printer. I'm like, what the heck? And I think it ran out of paper, though, so it stopped. Oh, no, it's still making noise. Let's go see what it's doing real quick, because we don't need it to print anything. What are you doing? Why are you? Maybe HP is talking to it right now. So I was thinking, like, I could just bring in a lot of my own clothes, which I feel like is a little awkward to look through someone's clothes, you know. So I printed out the tropical shirt by Wardrobe by Me yesterday, and I printed it out on like half scale. So basically I printed it so that it was like 2 pages were on 1 page. So I want to make like a miniature little tropical shirt, which is like a camp shirt. And then the other one I'm going to do is a trouser. And they're kind of the icing on the cake. Like if I have enough time, I will do them. So, because I could just bring a couple of clothing samples. My other content is more important, which I'm almost, like, I'm getting there with that too. So, but maybe I will like sew with you guys those or something. Oh, that might be a Massachusetts thing. I mean, you know, Boston. Was that weird, Aisha? You can be honest. I feel like if you've watched me sew these things, it would be even weirder. You'd be like, whoa, I saw this being made. It looked a lot better on camera. Oh gosh, Eliza, I won't mind you at all. This doesn't have quite the impact it did on my jeans, does it? I think that's because this is a twill, more of a twill weave than that jeans was. That jeans I did was more of a smooth face. And it was a dark color. Okay. You'll all be glad to know I understitched my whole facing on that shirt that I completely forgot to do. I had to actually remove that button, and I'm going to sew it on again because it was not quite where I wanted it. So I moved that. I had to re-sew one buttonhole too. But everything on it is, all it needs now is buttons. It's really cute on. I think that I shouldn't have dropped the armhole. But I was so nervous not to drop the armhole, you know. But, you know, my sample for my sloper was in this really soft cotton, not quite muslin, more of a soft, like, cotton. And I thought, you know, maybe we'll drop the armhole. That felt better. Now I'm kind of like, I would have gotten more bang for my buck with the lift if I hadn't done that. So my next one will be better. Teaching that serger class at work, I grabbed my hem and was like, then I thought about it. Wait, what? Oh yeah, use the food processor. Do you have the grading attachment? And like the post? When I got my food processor, all that stuff just came with it. And then when I had to, I burned out a whole food processor. I had been using it for like 20 years, and it was dead. It just finally died. So I bought a new food processor a long time ago, and I couldn't find all those attachments like included. So I had saved mine, and they worked. So maybe they're kind of an extra thing now, and I just got lucky. I want to do this all, but I'm thinking you may have to wait for this later. So because we have one more scissor to sew, but it'll look a lot better when we get all these little things out that look like stutters. Because that literally, I'm not kidding, Terry. Yeah, it'll take seconds. Oh, really, Sure Bear? It's funny. I only do pie crust in any kind of doughs that take a pastry blender. I use with my food processor. I would give up the KitchenAid before I gave up the food processor. And I use the KitchenAid every time I bake, but that's basically just a blender, like a hand mixer. I could use a hand mixer, and I have that, and that's like a $20 thing. So if you like pie or scones or biscuits, I would get a food processor if I had to choose, because that's instant. It's like pulse, 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 pulse. Yeah, I know, right? I should, exactly. That is love. That is pure love. Okay. How far do we go? How far do we go? I have some down here. There's this one right here, makes the stitching look kind of messy. There we go. Same with this one here. A little bit of sticky tape. That's a good idea. I'll get my tape for the next one. We're only going to do half for the next one, and the next one, where's my, oh, I actually do have a tape dispenser that usually sits over here, but I have it for Fitopedia over there right now. But yeah, let's try. It is easier than scratching it. Yeah, that was a good idea. You win. Thank you. Might have to dig it out a little bit, but once you get it loose, yeah. Can I get that one? Yeah. Experts in the chat. Okay. When I stitch over this paper on the pencil, it imparts the pencil on my stitches a little bit. 1 cup fine, 1 cup medium, 1/2 cup puree. Ah. Oh, that's a good tip, Dee. I like that. Okay, so this goes like this, right? This comes over. If we had made these for a long time, we would have trimmed this off the pattern and made a separate pattern piece. But it just never got that far. We were just doing it as a limited edition thing at the time. So if we want this, let's see, we'll put this on here, line it up. Get rid of this paper here so it doesn't ooch it down. That. Okay, we need to get this loose. Ah, I think that'll work actually. Okay. Okay. Do we leave that little bubble in there? I never would have before, but now I'm like, let's see. I'm not deciding if I'm going to yet, but let's see if we have to bind it out anyway. I'm gonna set this up a little different. This on here. There we go. My mom loves carrot cake. I should have offered that. That is absolutely one of her favorites. But it needs to have walnuts and raisins in it. I don't like walnuts. See, that is like, I'm gonna have to ooch that in. We can't let this bubble stay in there. Sorry. This is harder than I thought. We're going with that. Okay. We'll be sewing a case soon here, I promise. I was trying to decide if I should jump over and do that circle. The tail. Almost done. I'm kind of looking forward to the Boston cream pie. I feel like I've only ever had store-bought, and that definitely seems like one type of cake that making homemade will be just over the top good, you know? I need to grab this thread here so I don't get it caught. There we go. All right, done. We'll pull these to the back, tie them off. Wait, now pull this one. There we go. $5 minutes to make? How are you not eating that every day? I keep losing my, where is it? Where are they? There it is. It's so hard to see. I don't think I have all, okay, I don't. There it is. That's the problem. There we go. Now I have them all. I needed 4. This one and this one. Now you know why I don't do this on camera when I do my jeans. It's just too tedious and boring. This is when you really want those jump cut edits and speed controls. I do too. There we go. Okay. We're all good now. But I can see all this like pencil dust. So. All right, Terry. I don't know what they serve there. Is it like Costco with hot dogs? I'm just kidding. Okay, let's get these big pieces off. We'll use a little tape and then we'll get sewing. Can always take this off later. Just don't pull too hard on this stuff. That's why I'm being kind of like it's taking me a while, because the little stitches will get, they'll pull up and they'll get loose a little bit. And then you have to go to the back and kind of slide your awl under each one to kind of snug them back up again. But you'll always worry then, you know. So that's why I loosen them all by going like this, kind of just perforating the paper. Couldn't you use some sort of like tracing paper to put these designs on? Like, can you, is there, okay, I know there's gotta be. I feel like I've seen this a billion times. What if I wanted to print a design on tracing paper? Could I print the design in my printer or draw it on tracing paper and then transfer it to this? Hi, Elena, how's it going? Oh, yeah, Dee, okay. Did you look it up what it looks like on the internet? Because it's a cake, yeah, it's a cake, and oh, see that? See that? Those loops right there? Oh, and you know what? Okay, I need to resew that right there anyway. Remember when I was having trouble grabbing it? I missed a stitch. I pulled out one stitch, so I'm always worried that's gonna happen. It finally did. Okay, where's the tape at? Let's get the tape. Printable. Well, I know I can print on the vellum, but I was thinking, like, what if I could transfer onto the fabric, and then I wouldn't have to do this, right? If I could just print my design on the fabric in like a really thin line, a printable water soluble stabilizer. What is that? The picture looks amazing, doesn't it, Dee? I'm glad my mom thought of it. Like, she must really like that and doesn't get it very often. My mom doesn't like to bake like I do. Like, she bakes, but she doesn't bake the same kinds of treats. She leaves the kind of more elaborate stuff to me. I kind of get into it. And I like block off days so that I'm not stressed about it. Carbon trace, yeah, so, okay, does that go away though? So when you put the tracing paper, I know, I feel like I know all this, you guys, but I've never traced patterns ever in my life. I've never traced a pattern. Yeah, I've traced pattern pieces here and there, but not like you guys think of, you know? So what I'm thinking is, could I just do the design on here? Because, you know, like I couldn't free draw this with my chalk. I'm not that good. And like this would have been an easier one to do as opposed to like the quail or the cats, right? So I'm just trying to picture something. Can I put something on that will fade over time? Especially like a bag, you know, like, but let's not care about bags. Let's think about jean pockets. Yeah, water soluble. So even if I took the paper and I drew my design and it transferred something on there, like I'd be down for that too. As long as it would wash away, that's what I'm thinking about. Look at how loose that is. Look at how loose that is. The twill is just really not great for stitches. It just doesn't look as nice. Like they're not as defined. Look how messy that looks. This even looks like a loose thread. So let's cinch up some of these stitches right here because I think that'll make it look straighter. Water soluble stabilizer. So it's a stabilizer. Those friction pins, those heat friction pins, they come back. Yeah, I think so, Kira. If you had a template, you can use a washable marker. Yeah, but like, you know, like when I do the quail, I don't really have a template. Yeah, and on a twill, like drawing on the twill would be harder too. There's still a few little pieces here. All right, I really do need to cinch up these. The stitches look better on the back. And see, look at how messy this is right here, right? And then when I go through, I'm just sliding my awl under each stitch. It's kind of disappointing how much thread is looped back here now. Let's see. See how it looks a little cleaner. Frictional garments that will never go out in the cold. Oh, that's what it is, Sylvia. Thank you. It's the cold. Yeah. Okay, it comes in, that's the brand I use from Silky Sticky Fabric Solvay Stabilizer. My phone. Sticky. Silky Sticky. Are you just trying to get me to say that? We're writing a note. Silky, Sticky, Fabra, Solvay. There is no way this is called this. Stabilizer. Sticky Fabra Solvay Stabilizer. I feel like I'm in a Lucy, I Love Lucy episode. So then you stitch, but do you have to do the tear off paper thing? I don't want to tear, I don't want to weed. I just don't want to weed the paper. Okay. I don't think she's wrong. But I don't know why her name is like that. Okay. Also needles. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. 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 This is exciting. So then I would stitch my back pocket, stick it in warm water, it would go away. Oh, I like this idea. We might be ordering some of that. How do we do? There's like paper here I haven't gotten rid of yet. Because I think this also kind of ruins my stitching, doing all this weeding, because I'm not being very careful. You know, I'm going really fast. I don't have all the right tools. This paper is not meant for this. There's like a ton of reasons why this isn't ideal. It's just as like a hack. Oh, okay, you guys. Thanks. I'm glad I asked. Why didn't you guys tell me, Saremy, there's a better way? I don't know everything. All right, so we're gonna stitch the elastic, and I'm pretty firm about that. It will get bound. All right. Okay, so we can set that aside now, and we can put our pockets together. So let's see, let's put this little tool guy here. We've run out of bobbin. That's okay, we're ready for another bobbin. Okay, you know, no, okay, tweezers are good for weeding. Yeah, true. I'm not paying attention with this one, so I just dunked my pockets where I've been saying, should we call Naja? Monica, stop. I'm sorry, Elena. You know what? Yeah, that's true. I could probably find some in Puyallup. I often think of you, Elena, when I'm looking for things like that. I'm like, Elena would know this. But I also don't want to be like, hey, Elena. Like, you know, it's not your job to tell me all your secrets. It's in your Amazon cart? Okay, good. Yeah, you know what, Barbara? There's probably even a demo on it. Drawn carbon paper. Will the carbon paper wash out, Linda? That's what I'm thinking about. Like, think about like back pockets on jeans. Rolls. This is exciting. I bet this is what Libby does. Libby's the one who turned me on to the whole, you know, continuous line drawing. All right, so if these were in here, what are we thinking? I think this is not good enough. I think, well, we have to be able to stitch. That could be good enough. Okay, so we'll put it like right here. All right. We're gonna put it flush. This is when you wish you would have the stiffener back here. Okay. Maybe we need to figure something out. The best jean pocket things for like the kind of pockets I like to sew. Not everybody wants to do that. I understand that. I'm just using this as the guide. Use what you already have. Okay. All right, we have this. Let's do this one now. Okay. Yeah, maybe I have to do a sample. Maybe I do have tracing paper that I tested for the marking SBS, and I have a little bit left. I should try it. It just didn't leave very much of a line. It was kind of hard to see. All right, you guys. There's this one step in my project bag class. There's a little end pocket, and it's a gathered pocket at the end. It's elasticized little pocket exterior. I forgot to pre-serge this edge for everybody. I already packed up all my kits. So it's 30 kits in paper bags that have a sticky thing on top. So if I take them out, it can kind of, you know, it's tricky. So not to mention that it's one little piece like this size, like this big, inside a stack of fabric rolled up. So I'd have to unroll the whole thing, pull out the little pocket, overlock it, put it in there, roll it back up, put it back in the bag, and make it look like I didn't touch the bag. Here's my question. Should I do that? Because I'm thinking I probably will. That's my other icing on the cake thing. I have two. Make the 2 samples and then do that. But if you were in a class and I'm like, here, we're gonna elasticize this pocket. You could do this, right? You could turn under the edge, make a casing, and insert your elastic. But that's kind of tricky too, because it makes the seam allowance too small. Like, it's really better if it's kind of like that, right? How do you guys feel if, oh, we could do zigzag. Oh my God, I forgot about zigzag. I forgot about zigzag. We can just have them zigzag it. Oh my God, my brain is not wired for that. But I was thinking also that we could just stitch it with a raw edge. It's literally a pocket, but do you think that's going to trigger people? Yeah, they could just zigzag it. This is how I do it. I'll show you how I do it. Usually this is overlocked, right? And this is what I would do. I fold it down over the if I was production sewing this is how I would do this. I fold it down and then I sew straight down along the side here. And then I go to this serged edge here and I sew it. I hold my elastic, fold this over like this. Oh, it's getting kind of dark, sorry. And I sew it down at the same time because I'm a beast. Like this. Is this how I would do this? Actually, I think I would have tacked it over there first. And there we go. That's how I would do that. I'm just going to do the zigzag, you guys. Oh my gosh. You guys are so smart. I love you. You guys really save me sometimes. Let there be light. That looks so much better. I should have turned the light on a long time ago. Don't I need a special foot for what? Okay, did I do that elastic enough? No. I need to take one of these out. I forgot that wasn't pre-cut. I don't, you know, like I was, I'm going to show them how to do it that way, mainly because I don't have loop turners for everybody, and it's such a short little distance. I don't know, it's not a big deal. The foot comment was about the overlock stitch. Oh. Okay. Let's see, we want this to be right here. There we go. When you have to put elastic in casings like this, I highly recommend you sew them across through all layers at the end here, because if you don't, what happens is the elastic will pull, because usually they just secure it back here, and then you fold over and it crumples. Yeah, it's a new thing to learn, right, Linda? Do you need a... Yeah, I'll just do the zigzag. Yeah, it's just, yeah. And I will probably demonstrate it without, just so that would be like, look, you don't have to do that. It's not a pocket, like it's not going to unravel, you know. They could do 2 rows. I don't know. Okay, so now this pocket in particular, I'm going to start along the side, pull this over so it matches. A little big. I'm just kind of easing it in there. Pull this over. Maybe I'll let a little hang off because I want it to be sort of flush like that. Make sure that this is nice and evenly distributed, and then I go straight up. That. Aisha, how is your and Jackie's class going? I haven't seen you in the live chat lately. I cut your fabric yesterday, 3 yards, right? The funny thing about that was I was going to give you like some inches extra. I measured that. I think they gave me literally 8 yards on the nose of that fabric. On the nose. So I was like, all right, well, I should getting 3 yards on the nose. Okay, now we have this. And this goes like this. Now we're going to do our pocket. I have to remember how this goes. This one always threw me off. Okay, we're going to bind our vinyl first. Hopefully you can't see the black through the binding. Bind. And now we want the zipper going up, right? Yep, we want it going up. Okay. Flush. Is this really how I sew this? I am a little, yeah, right? We do that. This is kind of unique for me. We put these two together, and then we put this together as a sandwich. Right? Yeah. Sandwich. You know what it feels like today? Is that I usually have music playing and I don't have music playing. It feels really quiet today. All right, and now we'll top stitch it. The class is fine. It's a bit basic. Oh, okay. Oh, neat. That's awesome. Is it that gal Trisha? I think there's quite a few people from like costuming world and stuff who were really impacted by the panini and then the strike, you know, and so they all had to kind of like they all got let go and stuff. They're scrambling. All right, so now we're going to bind this. I'm really doubting it. There is going to be a pattern, Linda. This used to be in a line of accessories I made. And I've been meaning to make it a pattern for a while. I just haven't yet. But now I think we'll have the time. We'll eventually. Hoping. All right, so now we're just going to... My bobbin's done. Bind around. I haven't made one of these in a while. So that's why I'm a little bit like, how does this go again? But if you have one of these, I'm pretty sure I made it. I don't think Rayanne made, well, maybe, actually, I think she did make some towards the end. All right, and so now let's trim this down. See you, Hillary. Awesome, that's great to hear. The double pattern's coming out next month, but this one will probably be the next one. I have another one that I've been wanting to do too. Okay, we've got that trimmed. Pull it to the side, and then we'll finish binding. Ooh, I love the way this binding looks with the green. Good choice, guys. I'm thinking I might go to that Mill-In store on my way home. You know, in Oregon. But will I be buying fabric at the show? Tell me now. I doubt it. That looks good. That looks correct. Okay. Cut this flush. All right, and now we can secure this all together. Make our sandwich. So it goes like this and like this. And I remember the key with this is we don't want to catch this little moving section here. Okay. I think we'll end up with fabric. I email from Vogue Fashion. Oh, that's right. They're going to be there. Well, shoot dang. Okay. I'm going to stitch this through to the case. This was an experiment, and I think I like that. So I'm going to do, because it's stitched all the way through for this top stitching right here. So we'll do that. Let's see what we think. Oh, this is kind of too tall for my tools. Well, shoot dang. I could recut this and resew it, but you know what I'm going to do as a quick fix? Sorry, couldn't see that. I'm going to just sew across the bottom here and shorten my pockets. So this could go here. This isn't quite right yet. This right here is not quite right yet. I think I just can't put these points like that. You know, I think it's dangerous to go like this with the seam ripper down into the pocket. I need to figure out something else. We'll work on it. All right, let's stitch across the bottom right here. Will that still work for like the Hira? Yeah. And then the all. Yeah, that's what we're going to do for now. Enough so I can grab it, and we'll stitch across here. Good thing we noticed before we put it in the case, right? I didn't need a back stitch there. Okay. Shoot dang. Okay. Oh, that's right. You're right. You're right. They're going in here. Okay, they're going in here. This was going in here. This could have too, though. So will this not now work for this? Okay, but that still works. But you know what? I'm gonna take this out. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys don't just go along. Well, you kind of do sometimes, but I like it when you don't. Remind me of the plan. I have too many possibilities going in my head, you know, sometimes. This tension does not look great. It's probably because I was never switched over to back to my thread. Okay. Oh, thank you, Christina. You know, I probably could, Blair. I did discover that that little leather pouch is I washed it. The spoonflower fabric is so unforgiving. Look at the holes. Whereas like this is not spoonflower. You can't even really see. Okay, so that's still kind of tall. But maybe we'll just shorten it a little bit, like here. What else would I put in here? I'm still going to shorten it, because plus it'll be a reminder that maybe I want this pocket to be shorter for this application. The pattern itself will come with options, you know. All right. Okay. Time to put it all together. I can make those. Oh, yeah, right. Delwyn, yeah, like, you mean like, doot. That's true. That's true. Fully customizable. We want this like this. Okay. Like this. This is not tight enough. I can already tell. I had a question mark by this measurement. Look at that. Okay, good thing we checked. Okay, we're gonna get rid of a little bit. I have too many tools over here right now. All right, so let's say it's around like this and like this. We just need like a 1/2 inch there. So we trimmed this much off. So let's save that. That was an 8-inch piece that I cut. So this piece right now measures 7, a little under. All right, so now let's put this on here. Oh, and we need our label. Okay. Oh, maybe we should. Oh, did you guys see? I made a label for Sew Expo. So this is the state flower. It's a rhododendron in Washington State, and then I put Mount Rainier on the back. It looks so good on camera. You guys, I really need to work on my font sizes though. Like when I'm working on a screen, drawing something like this, right? I was really worried this would be too small, but made here. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, no, we got to use that. Of course. Okay. We've got just too much stuff over here. Let's move that there. All right. All right, so this was like this, and then we want our label right here. Cause look, I love it. Oh my goodness. So cute. I wish Clover knew that I'm a big Clover nerd. Okay. So now we're going to do the safe route, and we're going to tack this to the whole perimeter. If I were in production, I wouldn't do that. How did I press this down? Yep, I pressed it down. Okay, good to know. Good to know. It's even green. Well, yeah, exactly. Oh, we need to get that over a little bit. Getting these threads, like, I kind of move it over here. I straighten out my elastic, because you never know. It's going to get moved on that bump there. Okay. And now the key is to not make it crooked. So I'm going to go across the top here. But I'm going to look at it going across here and make sure that I get it nice and straight. So I'm going to tack this one here. That's pretty good. All right, and then where is that going to land? Okay, that's good. We're going to stitch this down all the way through all layers. Let's put the back stitch in the seam allowance there. I should have done that for this side over here too. I don't like the cut threads of the seam allowance or the back stitch to be there. All right, this is looking good. Well, that's not where I want the label. Is that where I want the label? I thought that went down here. Oh, it is right there. Like, this one matches this one. That's my old label. My clown one. Look, she looks like a clown. So I want that there. Or right here. I could put it right here too. I think it needs to go somewhere else. It could go on the inside, but I think it's cuter on the outside. It gets kind of lost in there. Yeah, see, look at that. These are my tools. Except mine are all yellowed. They start white. The inside flap, like right up here. I don't know, it seems like it's floating. Another good place would have been here on the vinyl. Like that could be a good spot, or like right here. It's so big though. That could have been a good spot, like right there. Let's see. Let's get rid of these threads before I immortalize them. Is this just too much right there? It's a little too much. About like that. The front. What if it was hanging out? I know, I like it on the solid green. Hi, Beverly. Beverly, I just want you to know that in the live chat yesterday, we all lifted a glass to you. Beverly is like one of the like so-so angels. And it's because I've been looking for certain videos that have certain elements in them. And, well, yeah, I guess it wouldn't really hang. It would end up doing this or going up inside. But I was thinking I could just pull it down and top stitch it down. And it was so nice, Beverly, to go to a video and be like, did I do the vent in this one? And you did timestamps for, I think, every video I looked at but one. And I was like, this is so great. Because I didn't want to have to watch them and find it. So thank you. I kind of like it right here. This is kind of what I feel like this is proportionally and balanced. I like this. I could probably even go like secure it so that it doesn't flap around, you know? Like I'm doing this. No, thank you, Beverly. Yeah, I was talking in live chat and I was like, you know, we all need to lift a glass to Beverly. And there were lots of GIFs and cheers and stuff, so. Yes, please on the back. Yeah, I think I like it like that. It's a little more subtle and it gives something to the back. Okay, let's do it there. So this is like right here. If I do it like right here, I could secure it. And then I'll know in the future if I wanted to make myself another one of these, I would do this step before I attach the lining. Like that. See, it's nice and flat and secure. All right, let's bind it and then it's done. Okay. I'm not forgetting anything, right? Okay. Forever hold your peace, everybody who wants to be in the case. Let's start, right, let me get rid of these little threads. This is that little seam I just sewed. All right, I'll cut this straight. All right, we'll start it like maybe right here. This will be good. Clear the decks. We'll need the awl. And Make sure we don't have like anything like this. I should have kind of done a little inspection. I should have also made sure there were no threads in between my lining and the stiffener. What is this? Is that? Yep, there's a long thread right here. See, these things are sneaky, man. Get all that pushed to the side. These right here will be a problem. So we'll cut them really short for now because we're about to secure it. All right, let's do it. How's the camera? All right, Dee, have a good weekend. Thanks for coming. All right. Making sure the elastic doesn't creep into the seam. Just try and make sure it's a little straight too, like perpendicular, so it doesn't get crooked, you know. Here's some more of those. This fabric is really thready, the canvas. It's just so much work later if you smooth all your threads to the raw edge. You don't have to dig them out or live with them forever. Get rid of some of these needle holes. And then I kind of see this little bump right here. I always slide that over because you don't want to just like catch like one little, like nick one needle into that fold. You'll have to go back and undo it. Okay, we're back at the beginning. Let's check it over. Okay, kind of caught our scissors, but you know, that's not so bad. Let's just trim the edge now. It's kind of thick. It's such a long case, it's kind of awkward. So I'm always folding it up and holding it. So fighting it. Kind of like, you know, like pant legs. They get kind of crazy. I'm just trying to do like a nice, kind of nice, it's not that nice, the even edge and getting rid of a lot of this extra stuff. And like things like that, I kind of really try and dig out a little bit because they'll make the binding really thick right there. Same with this. I should have trimmed this. I had let a little bit hang off the edge there. And then we have this one corner here. And now we can finish binding. Get rid of this. All right, now flip it to the right side. And we're gonna start here, right above the label. Little seam there. I'm just kind of flattening it out. It was like folded for half of it one way and the other way for the other half. All right, and right now I'm just like put my fold just past that first stitch line right there. I just put it just past it, and as long as my needle is on to the right of that stitch line, which I can't see but I can kind of guess, will land on top of the binding on this side. But sometimes I don't. This actually looks way better than I thought that went. I thought I was like going to be on the green right there, but you know, it's the inside of the case. So it's nice if we can land on the binding, but you know, nobody's going to not get their cookie if we don't, right? So it's not a big deal. You're not being graded. If anyone's being graded, it's me. And I just, yeah. It is what it is. Life's too short to worry about that. Okay. So now I'm just kind of making sure, like, see, this elastic is at an angle to the case. See, it's exactly what I was worried about. So I'm going to kind of yoink this over a little bit and tuck this in here if I can, which is not great. In fact, I could probably just take out a few stitches here and get it in there better, like that. Yeah, like that. Those are the little things that you just think, oh, whatever, it's done. But they kind of annoy you, you know, over time, like using it. And I've just learned. I just learned because I made those mistakes. And I still make them all the time. Clearly, I mean, I still got it, so. And that, you know, it doesn't matter how well you try and keep it straight. Things like the hump of the machine for me in the table. This is really tall, by the way. And when you approach the this whole area here, it will pull this because you can't see it. It'll move it, you know. So you can do your best, and then it still foils you, and it's not you. You did a great job. It would have been worse if you hadn't been paying attention. So. You just gotta, you know when to fold them, know when to hold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. All right, almost done. Last 2 inches. I'm really more paranoid about this, and that's why I keep looking. I'm like, oh, where is it? Where is it? I've already worried about it. It's fine. Okay. We always trim thread before we look. No peeking. Ooh. Okay. Okay, that binding looks really good. Like, I'm kind of surprised. All right, let's fill it up. Let's check it out. I love it. That's still some paper in there. We'll get rid of that. Oh, there's another one. We'll get rid of it now. Otherwise, it spoils the effect. Wait, I thought I fixed that. Did I forget to fix that? I did. Oh, well. I don't like how my tension looks like I just laid a piece of string there. You know? All right, let's fill it up. So we have this little pocket. I use a 12 gauge matte vinyl. It's really strong. I've never had anything poke through it. Let's see how these go. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. I think I could probably do better with that. We'll put, maybe try the hair marker here. We have our markers. What else can we put inside? My green pin. Well, I mean, this could fit if you use one of these. I got tweezers. I don't know what else I would put in here from here. Like, I'm not one of those people that's going to overpack for the show. I'm already bringing so much stuff, right? Well, I was thinking about that. I know, I looked at that. It's right here. But I don't know if I would travel with this, you know, because it could get broken. Yeah, tweezers. Okay. And then I think those are kind of short, so we'll put them in here. You could even make this without this pouch, but I think that this is a little over-designed to have 2 rows of pockets without this. This was just a way to have a zippered pouch and it'd be easy to get into and out of. You could put your clips in there or maybe just clip them here. Yeah, I don't think I would do that. I think I would put them in here. A little box of pins though. I feel like that might be, maybe instead, okay, let's see how it all does. Yeah, that feels so good. Oh, that's right. One of the things I learned with this is when I sew the elastic right here, you see how this one's not peeling up the binding, but this one is? That was one thing I learned, is to sew the binding really close to that edge. So what if you had like a pin cushion here, but it wasn't a cushion, like maybe it was just like a piece of felt right here, and you could put some pins in there. Christina, see? Yeah, exactly. I used to have these like die-cut butterflies and cupcakes and something else, and I used to make, my first Notions case didn't have a clear front, and there was one of those inside for hand needles. It's heavy. But look at that. It's nice and compact. So, yeah, and the pins, I mean, yeah, right? You could do that. You could actually do, yeah, like a little built-in needle book. Yeah. That would actually be really easy to do. You could include it here. So picture like, so what if, oh, here, this might be better. Let me just get a piece of fabric. Because you could, I don't have any felt in here. I don't think I have any felt in here. But like, what if you just had, I used to make this this travel jewelry case. Okay, what if you stitched a piece of felt here? It's lined up to here, right? And then you could put a little vinyl flap that hangs over and it gets bound in the edge. So this is stitched down, the vinyl is loose, but you could just lift it up. You can make it bigger. You can even put it in the middle if you want. And you can stitch it to the lining through the stiffener, because most people aren't going to do this. They're not going to stitch, right? You could stitch your lining to the stiffener. I love that. Yeah. I love this too because this has always felt like a missed opportunity here for you using it, you know? Yeah, so just like a little piece of felt, maybe even just the top part is felt, like from here up. And then there's a little piece of vinyl that just hangs over it, so you don't scratch yourself on it. Yeah. Yeah, I made mine for hand sewing, this one here, and I was trying to think of other things to do, and look, I put my pin right here. I was thinking about putting sorry, it's so bright. I was thinking about putting in a magnet, but I have this aversion with pins and magnets. Sorry, I'm going to tone down the brightness. It's too much. It's blinding you. I know all you dark mode weirdos are like, my eyes. Yeah, I called you weirdos. Add a button to attach elastic on one side to put thread through. Oh. Oh. So you mean like, oops, sorry. I don't know, like, oh, that's not good. So like you sew this to a piece of elastic and it's like just tethered here, and then people put thread through the eyes. Everybody but me is a dark mode weirdo. That's my big complaint about my editing software, is it's only dark mode, and you cannot distinguish between the window inside the program and the editing tools. And so I can't grab things. Or say this. So watch, I'm going to kind of throw you guys off. I'm going to move my camera, physically move it. So say this. Say I recorded a whole video like this, and I didn't know I did, and I put it up in the editing software. I would not see that black band there until after I had fully edited it, rendered it, uploaded it to YouTube, and played it back. So, thread through the elastic. Oh, wait, I need more, Kira. Team Dark Mode. Weirdos. The brighter the better, right, Eliza? So like, yeah, like button allows you to open the elastic to add and take away thread. Oh, so basically it's just like a loop of elastic. Okay, we'll pretend like this is a piece of elastic. And this has a little button. And so you put the elastic there, and then you button it. You button it over here so that you can thread threads through there. Why would you need to unbutton it? The elastic goes through the spool. Oh, the elastic goes through the spool. Got it. I'm not a hand sewer. Okay. I see what you mean. Okay, wait. I got a piece of elastic for you. I'm very visual. I'm very tactile. I'm very spatially oriented. So like this, right? Elastic loop on one side and button on the other. And so do you do this? How do you get it through? I'm not doing this right, am I? Thinner elastic. Thinner. Yes? Oh, okay. Okay. So, thinner elastic, Kira? I'm gonna cheat. Now my case needs to hold one of these too. Okay, like this. And so then you have this attached here. Why does it have to be elastic so that you can change spools? And then like that. Bobbins work better. Oh, bobbins, right. Okay. Yeah, I have some skinny elastic. I don't have it out right now, but I do have some. Okay. So yeah, let's see where on the case this could go. Pretend like that's the button, right? And because I want to see like how we close the case, just like Christina was saying. Because that probably, I mean, that could work. That would work. Maybe it was more down here. Oh, my brain is kind of like, I thought it was over design. Well, if you're sewing it, it's a whole nother thing. This was always my favorite thing. You know, the whole like, you walk through someone's booth and you're like, oh, I can make that myself. Go ahead and try, lady. I guarantee you when you go to make it yourself, you'll be like, and I'm going to make it even better. And I'm going to add all these other things. And then you're like, why didn't I just buy it? You'd shove one that like here and then just pull off the top. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, I think maybe you could have like, if you had a piece of elastic that went all the way across that could secure, right? Then maybe you could put a few bobbins on there, you know? Are these the bobbins you use, Kara? Like, you mean like a machine? But I think what she's talking about is that you're drawing off the spool. No, you wouldn't do that. You have to have an end, right? Like that, Kira? So then you could just have it handy and you could go, oh, I need another piece. Look at that. Zero. Yeah, I mean, that definitely sounds like not, like, I get that, Elena. I am so with you on that. Because my bobbin drawer does that and it already drives me crazy. There's something to this, though, so we could think about it. Maybe when I get closer to making this pattern, we could kind of noodle on that idea. Because I like the idea of it being like, maybe, because this is like this was a knitting and crochet case, right? And so making it sewing specific has also been one of my stumbling blocks. Right? One wrong look. Your bobbins are different with bigger holes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. You need like a big kilt pin. You just put the kilt pin there and you put these on there. You know, Elena, what if it was like a little pocket like this? And it didn't have the dividers, right? And so it had, but it had the elastic at the top, and then you could just tuck them in there when you're not doing them. You could just pull it, because they're on the elastic, you could stretch them, put them into that little pocket going across, pull them out. Elastic, oh, right. Elastic buttonholes in it. Yeah, I have some of that. It's been a while since I used that. Okay. This is cool. I'm glad you guys like it and maybe could find some use for something like this. Let me just make my strap, my, what's the thing called? The lanyard. Taking tiny things from top. Yeah, I get that too, Barbara. Yeah, I'm thinking for someone who's like sewing a lot, they don't want to have to reach in there every time. They just need a new strand. Like when I'm doing my buttons, sometimes I get a little annoyed by that. I sort of wish it could sit, my spool could sit on a pin And I could just grab the thread. All right, so I've been thinking about using a different bag for the show since mine's just getting kind of ratty and I really don't use it to its full potential right now. But that means I'm bringing one I didn't make, which is fine. Someone made it. What was I going to say about that? Oh, and I pulled it out the other day. I thought I had been really good about not putting purses away with things in them. I found so many things in this bag. I was like, no wonder I've been looking for this everywhere. Yeah, I like that, Kira. I think maybe we could work on something that'll work for that. You know? Oh, yeah, exactly. The Clover multi-needle holder. I think you're replacing Nancy as the gadget queen, Elena. Okay, so now I have this. Oh, plus I needed to figure, like, if I did this for hand sewing, I also have this big chunk of wax, which I'm sure other people have nicer things, but there's that. All right, this is going to be my lanyard. Do we switch to cream thread? Is this going to bug me? Yep, that's going to bug me. All right, let's change this to cream or off-white. The bobbinator. What's the bobbinator? That was totally invisible on camera. Oh, the white thread on there? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't think you would have seen it, but yeah. I'm changing the thread real quick here. This is white and this is off-white. Wait, those are both white. Fooled. I like the needle book idea. That sounds kind of fun. Case or bobbins, you can use the image for hand. Oh. The bobbinator. He'll be back. Did I already change this to off-white? I did, didn't I? That's off-white. Yeah. Sometimes I'm just so efficient, I become inefficient because I just did this twice. Oh yeah, as a top thread, exactly. Okay. All right. So these are the edges that I was planning on sewing together. And I'm gonna top stitch these down. Oh, I didn't match that perfectly, but it's gonna go around my neck, okay? I don't want to really spend a whole lot of time on this either, you know? So our plan is we needed to get down to that eventually. So what we could do is actually sew it that width. That's, I think, what I'll do. I'm going to sew this so that I edge finish it at the top here. So we're going to, I'm just winging this, you guys. Just winging it. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to sew this straight down because I want to be able to see this right here. So we're going to center this on this right here. And then same with the other side. When you're only making one, you don't need to spend forever engineering it. I'm laughing as I say that because, actually, yeah, we could just go all the way down. All right, right. Sorry, I'm thinking. What are the possible lanyard options? They're all like center dangle ones now, right? Okay. I had planned to put this seam along the center, but I didn't cut it that way, so. Let's see if I can turn this. Maybe a struggle. So it's kind of a thick fabric, kind of like a light cotton canvas, you know? Oh, no, don't you get caught on something. Oh no! I could tell that wasn't hooked. Let's see if we can get it back. Sometimes you can, and sometimes you can't. Yeah, I feel like when you have to wear it for like multiple days, it's nice when it's comfortable, Danny. And I sort of wish I had my old one because I had made it so that I could also fit business cards in there. You know? The number of people I see walking around with a credit card inside that thing, their room key, and their ID or something, it's kind of funny. Yeah, I just wanted to be a little comfortable and cute. Why not? And sometimes, Kira, Danny, it's like, it's because if I get the idea to do it, then I just can't let it go, even though I don't really need to do this. Yeah, you never have anything heavy. Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go iron it. We turned on the iron, right? Hope so. Yeah. Yeah, we did. We were ironing earlier. Maybe what I could do, wish I had a dowel that's bigger than a chopstick, because I could stick it in here to press this seam a little bit. Let's see if I can just do it really quick. I'm not gonna press it this way at the end. I just want it to be able to press better when I do this. Like that. Why am I smelling chocolate? There's no chocolate on the ironing board. Is it this thing? I just sniffed an iron holder. How was your day? The side looks more angular, but we're gonna fold it back. Yeah, something smells interesting. We sew, why not make cute things? We can make it, so why not make it? Oh, you know what I'm smelling? It's muslin. Do you know that smell muslin has? That's what this is. They used an undyed fabric, so it's still, but it's a nice muslin, you know? Like they used a muslin canvas, that's why. That always smells kind of chocolatey to me or something. Sometimes I don't like the smell, sometimes it's fine, you know? All right. Why couldn't the number 18 be there? That's my favorite number. This side might not be thick enough. Oh, I like this. See, it looks like I'm wearing a tape measure. That was just lucky. All right. So what I'm thinking is wrapping one around the other to kind of reduce the bulk of it too. So actually, I'm going to do the wider one on top. Really the hardest part about this was just picking out the hardware, right? Because I'm just using what I got. I want it to be light too. The other one was kind of heavy, plus I added all the pins. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. That's why I just flopped it, or like flipped this one's a little wider, and so that's why I flipped it, because I wanted it to cover this one. So I'm going to fold this up and then fold this one over it. So I wanted it to be wider. That's about as high as I could go. So if I trim this one down and I fold this one, this is what you mean, right, Christina, like that? And I trim this one to there. Yeah. Okay. So no, and so it's flat. Oh. Oh, right. Like this. That's true. That actually is nicer. You're right. I could do that. I love the way you think, Christina. We're very similar sometimes, but you're cleverer. Okay. So let's get rid of some of these threads here. I'm just going to pull them all out so they stop doing that. Same with this one. Yep. I have to get it so that I can get my machine next to it. Slide, there we go. I need you to go up a little bit. Okay. I want to see the angle that this is. Did I flip it? Ooh, good thing I checked. When did that happen? Try use Louise. Ay. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think I can get my foot pedal around that. Let's just look at this angle here. I don't want it to lay weird. That's better. It's not straight though, I can see it. Sorry, it's probably really subtle to you guys on the screen, but I want to make this so that it is gonna lay flat. So I'm looking at the center of this thing and, you know, like these points here. So because it wasn't made, the pattern wasn't made for this, it's like I'm making it do what I want. So, all right. I mean, I could have done this so that my little label was right here, my face. Then I wouldn't need a name tag, right? I had a little bit of a thread vomit there. Let's sew it from the right side. Get rid of this. All right. Okay. Done. That's so light. That works. That works, right? Nice and soft. Yeah, I love this too. This is great. It's just long enough to get over my head with buns in. So that's good too. Because I think Eliza's idea of making it open back here is a great one. That can be a problem with my hair sometimes, you know, so I would have had to think about that a little bit more. So yeah, I didn't do any top stitching, but you could also do it so that the seam is down the middle, but I wanted this to be pretty centered there. Well, that works. Yay. Look at that. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, you can't even see, sorry. I'm tired, I guess. I don't feel tired. I'm just spacey. All right. Yay. And then I'm hoping that this will just clip through whatever they give me. What if it doesn't? What do I do? Maybe I could bring a clover clip or something. What do you guys get at shows now? It's just like the plastic thing with the hole in the center and elastic, right? Take a hole punch. Oh, that's a good idea. I could just use scissors and cut a hole. Safety pin. What are the options with the... I was going to actually look at the Sew Expo website and see if there are pictures of people wearing it. I do my homework. Oh wait, this is the classes. I don't want the classes. Home. So I feel like there's pictures of people walking around. Wait, nobody has a badge on. Do y'all don't wear badges to get in? Nobody's wearing badges. Is this ridiculous that I did this? Oh, there's someone. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, it's Angela Wolf, no less. So there, see the, it's not zooming, sorry. The things we do on my channel. Can I zoom in on this? May I zoom in on this? There we go. Are you kidding? Control plus. Where's control? Where's, oh, it's so far. That kind of doesn't tell us much, does it? Hospital club. Okay. You have mixed feelings better. I can see that. I mean, we all do, right? Of everybody. Look at her sleeves. Right? That's a sleeve. All right, well, maybe this was unnecessary. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Danny. It looks like what I have. It looks like what I have. So I think we'll be good. Or ink. I think it's they're like sleeves of a, not tattoo sleeves, but sleeves of a dress. Yeah, I think it'll be great. And maybe I won't need it at all, but I'm assuming everyone has a badge. Maybe you don't as an attendee. Yeah, 3 holes across the top. Exactly. So that you could do the little like elastic thing on the corners or just like this thing. Okay. It's not a big deal if it doesn't work out. Now I just need to go somewhere where I can wear my new lanyard. And I'm glad I finally got to replace that other one. Okay. All right, well, I feel ready. This is my last live stream before Sew Expo. Do you guys have any requests? Do you want me to look at anything, take pictures of anything, film anything? I'm not one of those people that's going to be filming everything I do. I'm not good like that. Like I will say I'm going to, and then I just will totally forget. I am just not that, like, I wish I was that person, you know? Oh, I could always use it for scissors. That's true. Look at that. It's a scissor lanyard. Kind of. Good point, Kira. Oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. I wish I was one of those people that could film everything I do and then tell you guys, but I'm too like, oh, I have to like put effort into the video and blah, blah, blah. And you guys don't, like, it doesn't matter. It looks great either way, but I don't know. I just don't do it. Might be a bit high for easy snipping. I don't know, with my eyesight lately, Barbara. No, I think that'll be okay. It is a little high. You're right. Yeah, you might, on these scissors, I would need a sheath for sure. It came with one, I just don't have it. Add the pole stringing. Oh, I have one of those. I actually have one. It's holding up my tubes of water on the iron. It's like one of those janitor, my husband bought it for me, the janitor keyring thing. So it clips to your belt, and then the keys are on like a thing. A generally recap? Okay. Yeah, Elena, I was thinking like maybe I could take a few pictures and little covert little videos and then just put together like a little recap video. Yeah, right, Aisha? I know. I just like a retractable clip. Thank you. The custodial key zhuzh thing didn't work for you. Aww. I'm happy with this. For a prototype, it's pretty good. Okay, Christina, that's a good one. I would like having that too. Some new fabric sources. So is there a lot of fabric being sold there? Let's look at do you guys want to look at the vendor list real quick? It's got to be online, right? Let's see. Put in your requests now. Let's see. 20 teachers and vendors. Wait. 2024 vendors. There we go. Let's see, we're gonna pull this here and we can get rid of that now. I'm trying to line up what you can see because it's really weird how it changed my aspect ratio. Okay. Show 50 entries. Okay, wait, let me pull up the chat. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, Elena, that makes, yeah, perfect sense to do something like that. I don't think it's that sophisticated there. Okay. This is where I'm teaching, and this is the vendor hall. I don't have a booth in the vendor hall because I'm alone, so there'd be no one at my booth for a lot of it. But, oh, this is apparel's fabric, Amanda's Bundles. I've heard of Amanda's Bundles. I'm going to visit the American Sewing Guild. Beauty. There's a lot of fabric places. Okay, Beauty and Geek Fabrics. Custom fabric, vinyls, webbing, bag hardware. So this is probably like fandom stuff. Bella Rose Quicks, Bernina, Billy's Designer Fabric. Garment fabrics that come from clothing designer workrooms. Oh man, I'm doomed. Oh. Okay. There's the sewing machine, and that's the finger. Okay. Black Cat Vintage Sewing. Sister partnership sharing their passion for vintage sewing items. Vintage sewing, pre-owned vintage sewing patterns, hand-carded buttons, trims and notions, out-of-print needlecraft. God, dang it. Bodie-dough. Interesting upholstery fabrics. Oh, Bo Nash. Creative projects. I don't know what that is. Sewing Center, Calico Country, Carriage Country, Chiu. Oh, Polynesian. Ooh. Okay. Clover website. Ooh. I'd be like, hi, I'm a fan. Colonial Needle. Okay, we're only on the letter C right now. Creative Feet. Oh, Barbara. Creative Feet and Octahoops. I know you're a Bernina gal, but you know. Caterpillar. Oh, that's cute. Glow light boards include cutting mats. Oh, what? Like a glowing cutting mat? Dang. See, if I were a different person, I'd be going up to these people going, can I have one to try out and review on my website or my YouTube channel? But I just don't do stuff like that. I don't want to sell you guys things. It's just something I'm just not into. Easy photos. Oh, okay. Designing fabric. Edmar. Of the Caterpillar. That's such a cute word. Okay. Everything Mary. Right, Delvin? I know, that's a long way to go for it. There's other shows. Featherweight Doctor, Feather Your Nest Clothes Store, Fine French Laces, Fireweed Stitches, Purse Patterns and Hardware, French European Dress Forms, Flare Designs. I'm still here. We're browsing the vendor list at Sew Expo. I'm all done sewing and getting an idea of what I'm going to be seeing there. This is good I'm doing this because I hadn't done this yet and I need to. Hancy. Full line stencil. Oh, stencils. Homespun Quilts and Yarn. Indo Batiks. Island Quilter. Island Quilter. Wait. Oh, I'm thinking of island pattern systems. Okay. Janome, Japanese antique. Oh. Yeah, I bet, Barbara. Yeah. Japanese textiles by Ancient Grounds. Ooh. Oh, it's a gallery, a Seattle gallery. Just So Vintage, mid 60s, 36-inch wide, and mid 60s to 70s, 44-inch wide. Will live a Sew Expo closer to me. Probably safer that there isn't. Isn't there the ASG shows or the other? What are the other sewing shows? I have no idea. No idea. Kali Bazi Design. Oh, interesting. Conscious of Kali. I need some water. Here we go. Kathy Ruddy, Sewing Education. And Alterations. Oh, wow, that's pretty interesting. Okay. Okay, there's not, I think there's only like 2 pages of these. Clume House. Oh, she's the bag maker. I bet her class is amazing. I would love to take it. Like, she helps makers create heavy-duty bags and home sewing machines. I'd love to take a class from her. Naughty Stitches. Fabric and yarn. I was going to say, this sounds knitting-ish because the knots. Lala and Mare. Is this like an ocean mare? Or is it the person's name? Lorraine Henry for Consell and Too Easy Tape Company. This person's name is familiar. Maybe they're a teacher at the show. Inseam Companion Tape. Take front and back. Oh, this is interesting. Fitting Specialist for Consell Institute of Image Management. Pattern alteration is the newest seam method, which is easy and accurate. She's the developer of the Too Easy Tape with its inseam companion tape. Too Easy Tape has a 0 in the middle, which allows, oh, that's kind of cool. So you could take front and back, or like your inseam. A degree in clothing and textiles and top international. Cool. Letterlow, Mandaleo. Oh, this is African fabrics. Oh, no. Shoot, dang. Makers Mercantile. Martelli, no idea. Material Girlfriend. That sounds like a, oh, that's Quilt Patterns with a modern twist. M Creative J. More Me Know. I think they're teaching too. My Massage Pillow. Maybe I could bring Michael home a gift. How will they be any better than yours? Don't you have the same? Oh, the Clum House. Well, her designs, they're really nice. They're like, I love her aesthetic. Her aesthetic is like probably more my aesthetic is like if I was wearing a bag and walking around. And she does like waxed canvases and leather. Yeah, I can, Christina, and I do. But it's still money out. Yeah, very different bags, exactly. Like mine are much more, mine were really cool a long time ago, Julie. Before there were a lot of bag makers. The bags that were out were, it just was different. No one was doing anything very colorful, and so when I came along and did what I wanted to do, it was different. Now it's like, probably is like, we've seen that, so. Yeah, like think tote bags and backpacks. Like, I was going to say like my purse, but I don't have that purse right now. Yeah, some no-sew leather patterns. She also has some no-sew leather patterns. Oh, interesting. You have a few of the kits. Yeah, they look good. Yeah, and I think she is teaching a couple times. I think if I do Sew Expo next year, without having done it yet, I would probably only do the 4 needle classes, and that's it. Maybe I would just do one day, maybe 1 3 needle, and that's it. Okay, not just quilts. So what are you then? Hey, this is Delwyn. This is from Australia. We carry the largest selection of genuine Australian Aboriginal fabrics in the U.S. Oh, Okay. Aw. Maybe another time, Julie. Oliso, Paradiso. Boho Inspired Sewing Pattern Company. I think this person might be teaching. Cheryl Kuchek. Yeah, I think so. Pattern Maker software. I will definitely check that out. We'll just look at it really quick. Oh, this website is a struggle. Christina, are you still here? Do you use this? I'll look at this on my own time. Pre-cut quilt shop and craft professional sewing supplies. Hard to find Japanese sewing and quilting notions. Oh, maybe I could get some tips for my screw punch. You're here. Have you heard of this? What is this website? This is the top of the page. I just saw these people, Pattern Maker software. I've heard of this before, but I've never really looked at it. I'm Becky Homecki up my Auburn. I just Becky Homecki'd myself with a whole wardrobe, lanyard, and tool case for this show. Pattern Maker Deluxe is in pattern tool for the hobby sewer. Why is it deluxe if it's a hobby? Wait. Make changes, alterations to the pre-designed garments created by the professional studio. Oh, one that grades. Grading studio. Grading by adding errors. This sounds kind of basic. But maybe it's an affordable way. What is this? I don't know about this website. Okay. Anyway. Purse making supply. Wait, are they called by hands? Quality Sewing Vacuum. This is the place that's major sponsor. Okay, do you guys see Juki? There is Juki. Shoot dang. Okay. Quilts in the attic. Rainier fabrics and wall covering. I love that when people say things like, a leading innovator in the fabric and sewing industry, but we haven't heard of you till now. Yeah, all these are going to be there. Renaissance Flowers. Ruby Store. Wait, what is the city name? Clealum? Clealum? Ooh, that's an interesting name. I like it. Clealum. Sassafras Lane, a mother-daughter quilt and bag duo. I can't imagine doing a mother-daughter thing with my mom. I could get along with her like that, but I don't know what we would do. Sir Wellness Services, light therapy belts for all kinds of purposes. Poor posture. Poor posture. What are you talking about? Light therapy. Really good thing. So Chic Patterns. Are these apparel? They're stylish, flirty, classic, and retro. We should be looking at a few more of these. Are you guys even interested in this? Sorry. Oh man, I was gonna see. Are there any of you even here watching me? Okay, there's a few of you. Okay, cool. So, oh, these are like vintagey. Ooh. Okay. Very fun. Why did that look like a Barbie doll? Fifth Avenue dress. Vignette skirt. This looks like these look like the fashion plate girls from the, did any of you know the fashion plate things? That was like a toy? Yeah. Anyway. All right. So powerful. This is, wait, isn't this Shim's sister? Where's Shim? Isn't this Shim's sister that they do the bags for, yeah, for feminine hygiene products in Zambia? Yeah. So light LED lighting. Simply classic. Unique bag. That's crazy. I could meet Shem's sister. Before I met Shem, though, I don't know if I could do that. Aisha will go together. Aisha's like, no. I have plans. Simply Classic. Unique bag patterns. Oh, they did. Okay. Snitch on him. Faux leather, linen line, Italian leather hardware. Okay. Sisters Quilt Shop. Sisters in Oregon. That's the name of it. Or they're in Chalice. Oh, okay. Splash Fabric. So I'm going to be doing some stuff for these folks soon. They design their own fabric, and they make a laminated cotton, but it's probably the greenest version you can find, because they don't actually add some of the really bad things to it. And I'm going to be doing some videos for them. It would have been great if I could have done it before the show, but I just could not get to it. But it's very soft. I've touched this stuff, and I have a whole bin of it, actually. I've had a whole bin for a few months in my over there. It is nice. Like, I was kind of like, okay, like, I don't know if I want to get back into laminates, you know, and doing that kind of stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about it. And then they sent it to me, and I was like, oh, this has come a long way. So anyway, they're going to be there. They're really fun. It's a husband and wife. Starlit Quilts, Star Design Fabrics. There's a lot of fabric people, like custom. I don't think so. Oh, okay, Kira, it's Simply Classic. Okay, cool. That's nice to know. I don't think I'll have enough. Actually, Julie, I don't have anything on Saturday. But I don't know if I'm sitting in the quality booth or not. Like, I don't know how that's working. Strapworks Craft Supply. Carry nylon, HW and LW, polypropylene. What? HW and LW. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Elena. I think this is good, because maybe there's a few places I would make sure I saw. Oh, Superior Threads. I wonder if they're selling like thread cards. I don't even know if I buy their threads. But they have really good information on their website that I've used in SPSs, and I always credit them and link them to. Machine Embroidery, Fabric Fix, Full Service Quilt Store, Quilt House. So there's a lot of quilting. The Wool House, Italian Wools, Cashmere, Silk Linens. Oh, Aisha, this seems like yours. Sometimes this version's better. Yeah, right, Elena? So true. That is so true. Sad but true. Troublemakers Bags. Vogue Fabrics. Whims Watercolor Kits. There's 4 more. Yeah, you saw that, Aisha? I'll hold your bag for you. Workman Farms. What is this? Looks like a fabric store, maybe? There's no website. All right, Christina. Have a good weekend. I'll see you after the show. I'll see you at workshop for the next week. Your Best Friend's Quilt Shop, Zunt Design, Swiss Embroidery. Okay, 104 vendors. That seems very doable to see them all. So, I wonder how many classes there are. Well, there's a bash. Shoot, I better figure out what's happening. Saturday, March 5:30 to 8. Stash Bash. Have a fabric that you haven't found a project for. Bring it to our party. Meet new friends. Trade materials from your stash and take home something new. Oh, this sounds fun. Oh, there's a fashion show. Y'all, what am I going to? I don't even know. Add your name to a special memory quilt to be displayed at Expo for years to come. Are you going to go to that? Sign up and show off your garment, quilt, decor, or other project inspired by Sew Expo. We will have some great prizes for the favorite. Oh. Hollywood costume designer Daniela. Oh, that's a lot of consonants in a row. There's 2 vowels in this name. Schwindner will showcase some of the gorgeous gowns created for ABC's Dancing with the Stars. Oh, that's fun. Oh, you're leaving Saturday. Okay. 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 if this is something you can pop into, hang out, and then go, because I'm walking, so I don't want to walk home in the dark. Well, cool. All right. Well, if I don't see you at workshop and you're one of the guildies in the workshop next week, I will see you after Sew Expo. And if you're coming, say hi to me. Don't be shy. I have something for you if you come and say hi to me. And, you know, it'll be fun. I'll report back. I'll let you know. I'll take notes and some snapshots and tiny little bit of video. One video. That's what I'm going to do. Like enough to make one video. So, especially if you're kind of interested in maybe going here sometime and maybe you just want, like, I know for me, I feel more comfortable going somewhere once I see what the layout is, what it's like, just like, is there a parking lot? Am I walking just from the street? Am I parking away from? Am I walking up? Is there food there? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, if you're like I am, I will be your eyes and ears for that too. Just ask me if I don't cover any of that and you want to know about it. Or like how accessible it is. Is there places to sit down? I always had a chair in front of my booth for people because there's nowhere to sit otherwise. And I'd be like, just sit here. So yeah. All right. Well, this was fun. Let's check out my finished things here. My glass of water. So this is what I finished, Julie. Here's my lanyard. Looks like a, measuring tape. I can never remember the name of this thing. And here's my tool case. I love it. I love it. Makes me want to travel more. All right, you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys soon. Okay?